About Zen Mindfulness, Chapter 7, Rumination. The pain of the world is all around us. It's a part of life and isn't something we can avoid. Our bodies will get bruised, wounded, and ill at some point. Our minds will experience thoughts and emotions like anger, sadness, and betrayal at some point. These messages from our body and mind can be observed, transformed, and used to giving us new learning and new ways to cope with the discomfort we're experiencing. Humans in modern culture have a learned condition to want to fix everything, to want to run from discomfort, to want to create new ways to alleviate or get rid of pain. We don't get on well with emotions such as sorrow or despair. We prefer happiness. We judge our despairing to somehow be wrong. Yet at times that's how we feel. By ignoring or running from these darker frames of mind, we're running away from ourselves. Although suffering is a part of life, it doesn't have to be increased artificially by our subconscious. As already discussed, our ego, our resistance to things, only increases our woe. We've already received one form of suffering in an event or life situation. We don't need to extend this and make it larger with our thinking about the event. You can therefore reduce much discomfort in your life by thinking less, by accepting things more, and by your continued present moment practices. The first chance we have to reduce our suffering is to notice our thoughts, and notice when we deviate away from the present moment into our heads. Mindfully, I'm aware I'm thinking about my broken car, not my breakfast. I can then choose to let the thought of the broken car drift along, bringing my focus back to eating breakfast and fully experiencing this moment. If we do this, we are present and gaining from the simplest wonders of life as it unfolds before us. If you're dwelling on your broken car, your unpaid bills, or your work colleague, it's normally for a reason. Perhaps you weren't satisfied with a conversation yesterday. You may remember your colleague being a bit short with you, or you getting annoyed with them. Whatever the actuality, you're in the past, and you're entering the thought process of rumination. That is, going over and over and over things in your mind. Thoughts and more thoughts keep coming. Why were they upset with me? Or, I was annoyed because they got upset for no reason. Or, I'll just ignore them from now on, they obviously don't like me. Or, the ego mind has infinite possibilities for what it might say to you. It's your faithful inner critic, the voice that isn't happy because something went wrong, and that something threatened your well-being. This inner voice often tries to fix the situation for you, including judging the actions of your work colleague and your response to it. You'll quickly spiral way beyond a lack of real acceptance to what happened and find yourself circling in many thoughts, trying to understand it, fix it, or get it out of your head. The byproducts of a habit of rumination can be stress, ill health, and disease. Your body will feel tired, heavy. It's draining to constantly be analysing everything. We'll begin to manifest stronger emotions such as anxiety or anger, and the longer we dwell on these endless thoughts, the more pronounced the emotions can become. Exercise, counting your thoughts. Try sitting for 5 minutes and counting each thought that comes up. Don't attach to the thoughts, just notice they've entered your mind and watch them leave your mind. By sitting with your thoughts rather than attaching to the drama storyline of them, you become the observer and they don't control you, you control them. If we miss the specific thoughts that have led us to, say, anxiety, our body will helpfully produce symptoms for each emotion. For anxiety, it may be butterflies in the stomach, trembling hands, or tension in the neck. You might have a headache or nausea. These are all clues, wake-up moments, if you're aware and being mindful. If you notice you're anxious, you have a chance to be with it, to let it be, and return to the present moment. Everything changes, including our emotions. You won't be anxious forever. However, if you don't notice it, or notice it but ignore it, maybe you're adding to it with more rumination. I can't believe they made me feel this way, or I hate feeling anxious, I wish it would just go away, etc. You're not in the present moment, you're not focusing your full attention on your feelings. The mindful way is to do the following. Number 1, recognize resistance. What's the feeling? If you're aware of your anxiety, you've recognized it. Breathing in, I recognize my anxiety. Breathe in and out fully, focus on your breath, and notice you're anxious. Number 2, welcome resistance. Accept the feeling. Often the perceived way to combat a negative emotion like anxiety is to ignore it or run from it. This isn't the way, as the anxiety is there for a reason. It's there to teach you, to guide you to a better understanding of your current state of being. All emotions need to be welcomed, they are your direct experience, and by accepting the feeling without judgment, we can have it in our lives without resistance. Breathing in, I welcome my old friend anxiety. What have you got for me today? I'll take good care of you. Number 3, calm resistance. Breathe the feeling. How does anxiety feel in your body? Do you have tension in your neck? Try to soften it. Breathe deeply. Come back to the present. Breathing in, I breathe in my anxiety. I can sense it with awareness in my stomach, in my fingers, in my neck. Breathing out, I calm my anxiety. Number 4, let go of resistance, embracing the feeling. Give your anxiety a big mental hug, like you're cuddling a confused child. It's okay to be anxious. I'm here for you, anxiety. I'm present. You'll find the longer you can do these points above, the emotion will gradually diminish and you'll return to a more balanced state. All changes. You've not fueled the anxiety with more restless thoughts. You've fully concentrated on it in the present moment without any judgment. Afterwards, you can ask yourself questions. It's interesting to note when you get anxious or angry. What was it that set it off? More understanding of ourselves, more patient, loving kindness in ourselves, will reveal the fears beneath. Once we see fears, we can lean towards them. There's no need to resist anything and ruminate if we're without fear. When we're not feeling any strong emotions, it's useful to practice body scan meditations. This can be achieved by sitting or lying down, whatever your preference. As in other meditations, we're trying to see the present moment and feel it without judgment. You can take as little as 5 minutes to do this, or really take your time and do longer. I'd suggest around 15 to 20 minutes is a good time to build up to. Exercise. Find a comfortable position to sit or lie down. Close your eyes. Begin by noticing your in-breath and noticing your out-breath. Your mind may wander away from your breath, as it has a tendency to do, and that's okay. Notice and bring your awareness back to your breath. Next, bring your awareness to your left foot. Notice the contact between the foot and the floor or the bed, or whatever it's connected to. Notice your toes, the heel of your foot. Just notice how it feels. There may be aches or sensations, or nothing. Then move your awareness upward to your ankle, your lower left leg, knee, and upper left leg. Breathe as you notice your body parts. Sense how these areas feel. Move your awareness to your right foot and repeat the process. Move up from your right foot to your lower right leg, knee, and upper right leg. Move your awareness up to your hips and the connection between you and the chair you're sitting on, with the feel of these areas connected to floor, bed, or cushion. Be mindful of any thoughts taking you away from the feel of your body. Proceed up from your hips, your bottom, up into your abdomen and belly. Move your awareness to your lower back, then your upper back. Notice how all areas feel. Allow any tightness or tension to soften if you can. Move to your heart, lungs and chest. Can you feel your heart beating? Can you notice the rise and fall of your lungs as they fill with your breath? Continue upwards to your shoulders and neck. Notice your throat. Then move awareness to your face, your jaw, teeth, tongue, nose, eyes, ears and temples. Do you notice any tension? Breathe, smile, and know you are smiling. Finally, return to your shoulders and then starting with your left arm, move down to your left elbow, the lower left arm and into your left hand. Where are there tensions? How does it feel? Switch to the right arm and move down that also, finishing with your right hand. Then feel your whole body as you breathe. You can visualize your breath being a white light entering your whole body from head to toe. Sink into your body and relax, soften and smile. When you're ready, continue smiling and open your eyes.